So, Mr. Zapata, tell me about yourself.
My name is John Zapata. I am from Boston, Massachusetts, born and raised. I am 23, outgoing, friendly, and all in all, very energetic person.
Tell me about your past work experiences.
Throughout the years, I've worked at many places, including Sky Zone and a trampoline park. That's what they do. I've worked at Payless as a sales associate, selling shoes, selling all the products that Payless had to offer, and always being on the floor and trying to greet everybody. I've also worked at Arthur Murray as a dance instructor. I also worked in the front desk, trying to greet everybody once again and helping everybody out with their issues. I've worked at many places, and at the end of the day, that actually helped me get a bunch of attributes to work in the different jobs that I work in today.
Tell me a time about when you had too many things to do and you had to prioritize.
One time where I had to prioritize because I had too many things to do was when I had to do two things at once, which was plan a party for a t-shirt company and decorate when the party was that same day, and at the same time decorate for my mother's wedding when the wedding was the next day. Now, it was very, very stressful. For the t-shirt company, I had to, order t-shirts for that same day. I had to give them to the guy so he could finish them. I had to decorate the hall. Same thing with my mother's wedding. My mom's wedding was only decorating the hall, but it was very stressful. But I had to prioritize, so I did everything that I had to do for the wedding first. And I decorated in my mother's hall first, and in the church, and did everything I had to do with the wedding. And after that, during the evening time is when I started doing everything for the planning of the t-shirt company, where I had to get the t-shirts and give all the guys their jobs and what they had to do. It was a very stressful day, but at the end of the day, I ended up finishing it and doing what I had to do in order to succeed.
Time about when you had to go above and beyond the Call of Duty. How did you handle this? How did you handle?
Time that I had to go above and beyond the Call of Duty was when I worked at Sky Zone. Now at Sky Zone, there's a bunch of trampolines put into one, and that's where people enjoy themselves. That's what the whole place Sky Zone is about, jumping on trampolines. Now, one thing that Sky Zone does is when a person gets hurt on the trampolines, they have to send one of the associates out to make sure that everything is okay. Send them on the ambulance with the person, and that's only if it happens. That one day, it actually happened. There was a lady that got hurt in the trampoline, and I had to sit in the ambulance with the lady, and I had to make sure that everything was okay. She had a broken leg, and it was very drastic. But at the end of the day, I ended up taking care of the situation, making sure everything was okay, calling the ambulance, and again, as you guys said, going above and beyond the Call of Duty in order to have everything under control. One day that I worked well under pressure was actually when I was in high school. I had many assignments due all at once. I had AP US History, I had English assignment due. I had many other assignments, many other homeworks that I had to do for that day that I had missed. So I actually did the English essays first. Then I did the AP US History essay. Then I did everything else I had to do, and I actually didn't sleep that night. I actually kept going, and one thing that I learned from that is that you have to push yourself in order to actually succeed in what you have to do in your life.
Describe a time when you worked well on a team.
Just dig in.
A place that I worked well with under a team was Arthur Murray Dance Studio. Now, Arthur Murray was a place where you had to work as a team just because you had other dance instructors, and with those other dance instructors, they might have students that may need help with different dance steps that you may know better than the actual dance instructor does. Now with me, I always knew my Latin stuff better than anybody else because I am Hispanic. So every time they needed help with Latin dances, they always came to me. And it was always a teamwork. It was always more than one person teaching that student how to dance that step. So when I actually danced that step with a student while helping, in the middle of the teacher's lesson, it was very, very inspiring because it was me and another person working under a team. It was very fun doing that, especially in Arthur Murray, since we did a lot of dancing and we always had the students smiling. It was a very, very fun experience.
Give me an example of a time when you showed initiative.
One day that I showed initiative was actually when I worked at Sky Zone. Now, Sky Zone is a trampoline park, so on the weekdays there's not many people that go there in the days. It was about 12 o'clock and there was nobody there. So I started cleaning. I started cleaning everywhere that I can. I started doing everything that I can in order to keep the establishment a little bit more nicer. At the end of the day, I actually got a comment from my boss. He told me that it was great that I had done what I had done, that nobody else but me was doing.
Is there anything else you would like us to know about you? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else?
Last thing I would like for you guys to know about me is that I am a very artistic person. I'm a music producer. I used to be a dance instructor, and me being an artistic person will actually bring a greater asset to your company, and I believe that could actually help me succeed in your company as well.